Good morning. We are in week 5 of being shaped for a purpose, and we're talking about personality. And part of why I love personality is a key component of who we are. We are far more than just what our personality is, and the aspect of personality that we're going to talk about is really just a sliver of who we are. So I'm not going to what you'll hear today, don't start thinking that this is all of who you are, that this defines who you are, that because of what you hear today, then you're in a box and you have to be that way for the rest of your life, or that the flaws that you might hear about today that are part of your personality type are things that you'll never ever fix or anything like that. But I want to start with this set of phrases that we've been saying over the past several weeks. We've 2 or 3 times in the last several weeks. So if we say this together, well, it is good to be good at what we do. It's far better to be great at who we are. And who we are is children of God. And that makes us great in the eyes of God. And it is by God's grace that we have received this grace. So personality is part of who we are, and it's important to know our personality type, our personality profile. This has been really important for me at least, because it helps me know me better. And when I know how I function best and how I operate in the world better, I'm better able to take care of myself. I'm better able to fulfill that part of Jesus' command and part of the command of Scripture that says to love yourself. The other part of that, of course, is to love your neighbour as you love yourself. We are to love ourselves, and so as we know how we are on the inside, that helps us to love ourselves, to take care of ourselves. But also as we get to know other people and their wiring and how they are as a person, it helps us to love them better. So we're going to learn about personalities, but we're going to put you all in boxes. So before we put ourselves in boxes, I want to make sure that we understand who we are. So if you can repeat after me, we are all individuals.
We are all individuals.
We are all unique.
We are all unique.
Excellent. Who's seen Monty Python? Life of Brian. Yeah. So we are all different, we're all unique, but we're all predictably different, and that's part of what we'll talk about today. We're going to talk about this tool called DISC. Now, just a little disclaimer, sorry about all the corporate stuff. This is me borrowing some stuff from my other work and putting it into a Sunday morning sermon, but I think it will be fine for us. Part of the reason why it's fine for us is because of this passage in 1 Peter 4 that Grace read earlier. In verse 8 it says, above all, love each other deeply because love covers over a multitude of sins. And one of the sins that we commit as people is expecting people to be just like us. We go through life, and when someone doesn't respond to a particular situation or a particular circumstance the way that we would hope them to, we go, why didn't you do it the way that I would do it? Why didn't you do it the way it should be done? Why didn't you do life, or why didn't you solve this issue the way I would solve this issue? The love each other deeply can also be translated as love each other constantly, love each other fervently, love each other regardless of the circumstances. Because love covers the multitude of sin, the sin of seeing things only from our own perspective and never seeing things from the perspectives of someone else. So as you can see, DISC stands for dominant, influencing, steady, and compliant. And D's often don't like the word dominant. I told my uncle that he's a D, and then he went and read up about being a D, and he came back to me and said, D's are, and I can't say the word that he said in church. So D's don't like the word dominant. I's do like the word influencing, because I's are influences. S's are steady. C's are compliant. They often don't like that word compliant because it means that you just do what everyone else wants you to. It's probably more correct or conscientious is more the C. I love this because it's really helped me get on to knowing how to love and serve people better. It means that I can sidestep key things that are going to upset certain personality types. Sometimes I push their buttons on purpose, but that's another issue that I have to work through. try and avoid some things. And it means that I can help other people with certain issues in a better way. So we're going to put you in boxes. So if you can all stand up, please. Stephen, you can stay, Stephen, if you like, and Brian, you just rest and take it easy. You can do everything, do it all in your mind. It'll be fine. So let's say you have to go into the city for an appointment. You've got to go up several flights in a lift, and when you approach the lift doors, you have a secret hope in your heart. That hope is either that there's people in the lift that you can talk to, or that there's no one in the lift, so you don't have to talk to anyone. If your hope is that there are people in the lift that you can talk to, come to the front. If you hope there's no one in the lift, go back. If you don't care, go towards the middle. Yeah, so you come to the front here. I think Peter's in the front. Now, in case you're wondering, Colin, you should be in the front. Colin really should be in the front. We'll talk about that in a minute. So if you aren't bothered, stay in the middle. Now, next question. For those of you, particularly who are in the middle, if you consider yourself more outgoing, move towards the front. If you consider yourself more reserved, move towards the back. So if you consider yourself more outgoing, you like being with people and groups of people, move towards the front. If you consider yourself more reserved, you prefer being by yourself, go towards the back. Alright, next question. So outgoing, these are D's and I's who are towards the front, and S's and C's are towards the back. Talk about that. That's alright. Okay, now I want you to think about, all of you think about the end of your perfect day. If your perfect day means you're reflecting, like in the photo that is being locked by I-type personalities who like being set for attention. If your perfect day, at the end of it, you're thinking, gee, I've got to see some really good friends today. I want you to go that way. So over towards where Stephen is. If your perfect day is the friends that you've got to be with, head towards Stephen. If it's about the tasks that you completed or the projects you got done, come this way over towards where Percy's is.
Shopping's in the middle.
Alright, so Percy, can you do me a favour? Can you hold that, please? Surprise! Andrew, can you hold that, please? Eyes. Essence. Dallas, can you come and grab this one, please? And Marina, can you grab that one, please? And I've got one more question for you. This is a question about what distracts you. So there's 4. I don't want you to move just yet. But I'll run through them and then I want you to move to whichever one is most true for you. Are you distracted by just getting stuff done? Are you distracted by people to talk to? Are you distracted by a person to talk to? Or are you distracted by getting it done right? So if you're distracted by getting it done, people to talk to, a person to talk to, normally a close person, or getting it done right, that should be your last thing. Head to whichever one of those 4 that is most to you. Like people to talk to, you want to talk to.
Okay, do you like getting stuff done? Do you like getting stuff done? Do you like
getting it done is over here. People to talk to is over there. One person to talk to is over there. Getting it done right. Alright. Now, if you're towards the middle of one, you need to pick one. Okay, if you're towards the middle, you now need to pick. Are you more extroverted or introverted? If you're towards this one, you need to pick. So get yourself in a corner, get yourself in a box. Are you more introverted or extroverted? Here, I think we've got no issue. So it's just here. You're not sure. So D's, C's are often confused. That's all right. Not confused. Close to the middle. All right. Can you sit down in your group? So try and get a collection of chairs and sit down in your group, please. Alright, Brian, where would you like to go? You're by yourself. We can put you something. If we can get Colin, we'll include Brian in your circle now, whether Brian's there or not, we'll include Brian in your circle. Do you need a hand? Then we'll keep you on that chair afterwards and we'll just spin you around over that side. Okay. So, remember, the goal in what you find out today is to help you love each other deeply, okay? So, if you hear something, you go, oh, so that you can help love each other and so that you can love yourself as well. So, these are the people who, these are, how do I put this nicely? Yeah, the control freaks. They just are. They're the most decisive people in the room. Okay, these people, if you need a decision made, you need to know what to do and you need to know what to get done first and fast, they will tell you straight away what needs to happen. They're direct and they're results oriented. They like results. If they're not getting results in their life, they hate it. If they're not getting the things done that they want to get done, they hate it. And if you're the cause of that, they'll get angry at you. That's just how that works. They're driven by authority, so they like having authority and they also like knowing where the authority is if they're not the authority. They like to know who to go to. They'll easily try to take control, so if you're not taking control, they will take control. They embrace change far better than anybody else, and they'll embrace change that will help them get the results that they need to get. And so if you need some change happening, you need to talk to these people. They're very comfortable with confrontation. Very comfortable with confrontation, which is a problem for S-types over there, which is me, who are not comfortable with confrontation. So they're very comfortable with confrontation. If you want a change to happen, you actually need to confront them about a change that they need to make. And they love loyalty, especially when people are loyal to them. Okay? They love loyalty. But there's a fear for this D-type personality, and that's being taken advantage of. Because the Ds, I hate to say this to everybody else, they work harder than all of you. Alright? This group of people probably have a higher output than everyone else in the room combined. Which is why I think D should probably be over here.
I went to do things right.
Do things right. You do like doing things right. So you're both a D and a C. So you're commonly going to be 2 personality types. Sometimes you'll be 3. If you are functioning in all 4, you need to see a psychologist. There's a test that people can do, and today, if you come with all 4, you've either lied on your questionnaire or you need to see a psych. So these people get work done and they will work hard, they'll get things done and they'll get it done. Often they'll get things done right and they'll get upset that the rest of us don't do stuff. But because we're not doing it the way that they told us to do it, they'll often take over, especially if they're a DC type personality. They'll take over, and then you get upset at you when you don't do it right again the next time. That's what will happen.
No, that's not what you mean. That's not what you mean.
And the cycles it turns out to be.
Now, just quickly on church. So we'll talk more about church later, but on church, these people want a church to grow. These people want a church to get good results and to do things well, normally. That's what they want. And unfortunately, the S's, of which I'm one, just want it to be a happy place. We just want to be with our people, and we just want to laugh. And over here, we just want to talk with our friends. We just want church to be fun, right? And so, and see, you just want it done right, okay? We'll talk more about church afterwards. When these people aren't listened to in church, bad things happen. So, sorry? No, not at your house, because
At your house.
I'll talk about it now. People forget in church world, we forget that God likes results. Because remember, he started with one man, Abraham, and built a nation. He started with one man, Jesus, and built a 2 billion people kingdom. And while we're all just wanting a happy, loving, friendly church, these people, God wants them to get results in his kingdom. And God is interested in numbers. He has a whole book in the Bible called Numbers. And God is interested in the numbers. And so often the rest of the church can forget that. But you don't want them to control the church, but you do want their strong influence in the church. They are between, also they're between 3 and 10% of the population, because if there were more of them, there'd be more arguments and more conflict. Okay? They run and they thrive off of arguments and conflict. They're fine with it. Okay. Alright, eyes. Over here. You are the, I'm going to come over to your side and speak with you. So this is my secondary personality. These are the persuasive, the spontaneous, friendly, in the spotlight people. This is why I wanted my friend Colin over here. Because Colin is all these things, isn't it? Colin is the epitome of an I-type personality who loves a laugh, to have fun, full of joy, full of energy. And so, as you know, Joshua is that as well. So eyes were born excited to be here, and quite frankly, they think you should be excited about the fact that they're here as well. They're really upset when you're not. So eyes, they seek a friendly environment. They're always active whenever they can be. Relationship-oriented, emotional, animated, love telling stories, love telling jokes, great encouragers, and they love great experiences with others. But their fear is rejection and a loss of approval. And so whenever someone won't listen to them, someone won't engage with them, that rejection mechanism comes up and that fear comes up. So that's part of why they're so good at engaging people, is because of that rejection fear. I-types want a church that's full of joy and interaction. They're the kind of people who will call out during a sermon when it's just a rhetorical question. Don't just call out with an answer anyway. They have a story for every conversation. They'll talk at church, they'll talk to 25 different people every Sunday and wonder how some of you can talk to 1 or 2 people, and they go, are these people not friendly? And they've talked to 25 people, and some of us have talked to 1 or 2. If the world was full of eyes, as Leanne was talking about earlier, life would just be one big party and nothing would ever get done. You need the D's to get stuff done, there would just be a party if it was just the high types. So somewhere between 11 and 25% of the world's population is the high type. And they will bring the fun and the life to every part of the world. S-types in the back corner. S-types, so this is me, and so I actually, as a pastor, I have to work with any life. I have to work with my personality so that I can actually be effective as a pastor. S is a team-oriented. I'll get out of the way of the eyes, sorry. That's that team-oriented bit going on. Follow through. They like loyalty and they want to be accepted. Everywhere they go, S's will do whatever it takes to be accepted by others. And so if they're not accepted by others, it's really devastating for them. They love harming, they're generally very easygoing. They adapt to the behaviour of people around them. Their preferred state is peace. They just like peace and quiet by and large. Everyone loves S-types because they're so friendly, they're so easy to get along with. They let the D's get their way, they laugh at the I's jokes, and they bear with the C's and their desire for details. That's just how S's operate. S's struggle with a loss of security, loss of personal security, and confrontation. If you confront an S, they're really struggling. They also really struggle with change. Change that they don't get a say in. Change that they're not embraced in, able to walk alongside with others in. S's, as you can see, they're good listeners and they love their peaceful relationships. S's struggle though to get results in their life. An S needs a D or a C to actually get stuff done. An S will not get anything done unless someone pushes them to get it done. That's the way an S will normally operate. S's also wrestle quite often with inner conflict. So when it comes to inner conflict, the D's will have an argument with themselves that will be done in a minute and a half. The I's will tell a joke to themselves and forget about the fact they were in conflict in the first place. The C personalities, when it comes to inner conflict, they'll reason it out and they'll write out all the pros and cons and they'll get it all sorted out and they'll have all the reasons why. But the S's will just internalise it for months. And everyone else is going, why are you so bound up? Well, that's just how they are. In a church, S's are the people who make the small communities work. S's need small groups. If you're an S and you're not in a small group, you need to get yourself in a small group. They need to be with people that they trust, people that they know well. S's need people to help them make plans for their life, and these are the people who make churches feel like home. Now when people come into our church or any church and say, this place feels like home, it's commonly the S's who are able to do that. C's, so compliant, analytical, planners, and they're interested in accuracy. These are the people who are great at administration, the people who commonly you'll find them as engineers and accountants and things like that. Although we've got a couple of engineer S's over there.
Over here.
And over there. So my guess is, Jason, because you would talk a lot at work, that other introverts would probably find you a bit much.
I'm regularly told by my boss to shut up.
So the C type, so they're introverts. With the lift thing before, the C's were hoping that there was no one in the lift. But when they get in the lift, S's would go, okay, there's someone here, I better talk to them. C's don't care. If they don't have to, if someone says hello, they'll say hello back and that'll be the whole conversation. Sometimes. They love details. In church, they're the people who make things run smoothly. Their fear is criticism, especially public criticism. If you criticise them in public, it really eats away at everyone on the inside. And they are often perfectionistic. God's given us C's because God values excellence. That's why God's given us C's. Is God does things well, and so God's given us C's to help us do things well.
God is really detail oriented. He chose the exact person to have do this.
Yep. And so this is the thing when sometimes people say to me, oh, churches don't need plans, churches don't need to think about their future and life. Well, God so loved the world that he just left everything to accident. That's not the way that God operated. God chose and had a plan. So I want to talk, I don't want to take too much longer, but there's a few more things I think that is going to be helpful for us. First of all, communicating with a D. So when you're communicating with these people, especially in a work environment, be brief, be to the point, and leave. That's what they want. Right? Then let them get on with business. Ask them what needs to happen. Don't ask them how, because they'll get frustrated if you get stuck on the house. Focus on the results. Don't ramble, so they hate it when I ramble in sermons. When you talk about a problem, Don't just stick with a problem, get a result for that problem. What's the outcomes? Give them some answers to choose from. Don't just say, here's a problem and then leave it. When you're communicating with the I's, don't do all the talking because they want to do all the talking. Okay? They will get very frustrated. They have stacks of ideas. Those of you who were here during Stephen Troutwine's time, you know, ideas all the time he had. Allow time for socialising. Follow up with details in writing because otherwise they'll lose the details. And short conversations rather than one long one, otherwise they'll get stuck. S's, make sure you talk with a friendly tone of voice to an S. Show interest in who they are, don't be aggressive. Minimise the potential for confrontation, so let them know that you're on their side every chance you can. Give definition to goals, don't just give a broad generic goal, they'll get lost in what you really want if you give them a goal. And give them time to adjust when it changes, preferably months or years. For the C's, when you communicate with the C, provide details. Make sure you've got validated facts. Make sure you've got evidence for the things that you're stating. Be precise in your explanation. Be specific. Be patient. Answer all their questions and follow up to provide additional data that they ask for. Alright. How do we love each other in church and in life and in marriage and in family? With the D's, you need to let them get stuff done and help them get stuff done. You need to make their load lighter because they will carry everything very easily by themselves and then get angry at you later, okay? And when they're critical of you or when they're doing the wrong thing, don't just hope that they'll get it and hope that they'll change. Confront them, tell them, and they'll change. Okay? They might be offended and angry for all of about 2.8 seconds and then they're okay 2.8 seconds later. Okay? S's are angry for weeks, trust me. That's what happens. If you want to love an I, laugh at their jokes. When you're done with them, because I's are exhausting to lots of people, okay? So sorry, I's, you're exhausting to lots of people. When you're done with them, redirect them to someone else. So if they're just talking and talking and talking, send them on to talk to someone else and they'll be happy. Don't say, look, I'm done. Just redirect them. They'll be okay. Give direction to their energy. They've got lots of energy. Give direction to it so that they can actually be effective and pay compliments to them. Loving an S, we've covered some of this before, but affirm their value. That they're valuable to the team. They will love you. If they know that they're valuable to the team, they will love you forever. Be gentle with them. They get easily offended, but they don't tell you. Walk through change with them. If you need to change something with them, walk through change with them. Give them reasons for hope. They'll easily get depressed and not tell anyone that they're depressed. Give them reasons for a positive future and be their ally whenever possible. And loving a C. Correct them in private, never in public. Speak calmly to them and give them thinking time. Alright, I just want to finish by talking about church. We talked a little bit about church on the way through. This is something I'm really passionate about because I don't know if you've noticed, but I-types tend to go to one kind of church. C-types will tend to go to another type of church. S-types you'll find by and large in my denomination, the Lutheran Church here in Australia. D-types often get shunted out of churches. Right? And the reason why D-type gets shunted out of churches is because if a church isn't going anywhere, a D will want to do something about it. If a church is going backwards or shrinking or unhealthy, a D will see what's wrong and they'll say what needs to be fixed, we hope, unless they've had bad experiences in other churches. And they'll see things that the rest of us just don't see. They'll see it quite quickly. So they get shunted out of churches as being troublemakers, as being people who, they're just all about results, and being unloving and uncaring. We need D's in church. The I's know that God wants us to have fun, that God wants us to have joy, That God wants church to be a bright, happy place to be. But you would have heard this term before, happy clappers. They get sent off from churches who don't like people who are boisterous and wave their arms around. There are plenty of churches who don't like that, plenty of people who don't like that, and so they'll make little comments, little passive-aggressive comments, and I'm an S, so I'm passive-aggressive. That's what we do. We need them in church to make church a good, fun, joyful place to be. Without them, we're so much worse off. God wants us to have joy in our lives. We need the S's. S's will take over a church through attrition. In other words, they'll get rid of the rest of you. by little snipey words. That's what S's will do. But I'm an S. But S's need to be allowed to love the way that S's are designed to love. The S's are the people who will make your church a loving church. And so let them quietly go around loving people, embracing people, and don't ask them to be someone that they're not. For any of you, don't let people make you be someone that you're not. S's, why don't you talk to more people on a Sunday morning? Well, they just want to talk to one person, maybe two, maybe three. They'll have a third. They might have 3 30-minute conversations and be the last ones here at the end of the service. And C-types, we need your help in this church because sometimes we don't do things quite as well as what we need to. We don't start on time, we're not as organised as what we could. But God sent for me people like D. We just need in our church people who know what needs to be done to help a church run well, to help a church function well. And sometimes people like me come off as a bit flippant because I go SI and not caring. I do care, just not enough. So I need a C to help me care about the things that need to be done well. So that's just a really, really brief intro about this and how it affects your life and how it affects the church. Ron and Dee, there are 2 sets of papers on the desk there, which I want to give you before finishing up the message. The band can get themselves organised if they like. So there is, I'll grab that. Yeah. So Ron and Richard have in their hands, you need to get 2 sheets from them. And they're things that have stuff about personality in them and how to communicate with other people. So we'll have a description of you, and we'll have a description of the other 3 personality types. And we'll also have a description of how to communicate with other people. For the kids, I have an exercise that parents can do with their kids. I'll keep one for us at home. Any parents raise your hands? Sorry. Now turn this way and go. How many? I need a D to actually get stuff done. And on the one that Leanne's handing out, there is a list of 20 questions for your kids to go through. And then after that, there's some descriptions of each of the personality types and ideal careers for that personality type. It's not career advice, don't sue me, but they'll be helpful for you. I think that's it.
Oh, you want one?
I decided to have one.